Thank you. Now, the captain of the Costa Concordia has been under intense scrutiny for the decisions he made last Friday. Managing thousands of people at sea is a high-pressure job. And Brian Todd talked to one captain about what it takes to run a ship.
Bill Wright remembers the first time he took the helm of a major cruise ship. He calls it a humbling experience.
As soon as we had left the dock, it was a departure from Miami. The ship was the sovereign of the seas, and immediately after having left the dock, we had to go back to the dock to take on or to evacuate a medical emergency.
Wright is a captain with Royal Caribbean International. He's piloted at least half a dozen cruise ships in their line over 20 years. Wright says the average captain has 4 to 5 years of college-level training, then has to build up to 10 years of hands-on sea time as a junior officer before being given command of a cruise ship. He says most captains make between $125,000 and $225,000 a year in salary. They're pilots, he says, but also diplomats, policemen on what he calls a floating resort. Your average shift as a captain?
Sometimes we'll be up at 4 o'clock in the morning for the pilot to arrive in a single port. But there are other activities that take place during the days, our training drills, and also in the evening time, you obviously have a departure from that port. We work what we call a 1-1 system, meaning that the time that you spend on board is equal to the time that you have off. In our case, 10 weeks on board and 10 weeks off.
Wright says it's not stressful because you can build in rest time, especially on a so-called sea day when the ship's not coming into port or departing. Others disagree about the stress. One maritime attorney says many cruise ship captains are overworked, underpaid. Cruise lines who are into cutting corners, he says, for the bottom line. Jack Hickey represented major cruise lines for 17 years. He now represents passengers. He says this about captains.
They work basically 24/7. They're on duty 7 days a week, and they go out to sea for months at a time, which is something that captains all around the world are faced with. But these are stresses, and these are people who are in charge of 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 people.
I ran that by Greg Purdy, who monitors captains and crew members for Royal Caribbean.
I think, again, you just have to consider the source, and where I work day to day with the captains, this isn't the message that I hear.
One captain says most of his colleagues can manage whatever stress they face because of the trade-off. He says one of the best things about the job is that every day is different. Brian Todd, CNN, Miami.
Now, we have seen plenty of striking images of the Costa Concordia, but this might be one of the most amazing pictures. Now, this is the ship from space. A digital globe satellite took this picture